Hi there, thank you for tuning in. My name is Jay, I'm the Artistic Intuitive, and today's topic is, should you reach out or not? We have 3 groups for this pick a card reading, We have group 1, group 2, and group 3. Time codes will be in the description and in the comments below, so that you can skip ahead to whichever pile is calling to you. And I'd like to just get started by saying that this is a general reading, so please just take what resonates and leave the rest. If you're having a hard time picking the piles, I would just close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, and then when you open your eyes, just whichever one your eyes are drawn to, that's the one that should probably work for you. That's what works best for me anyways. So just, I'm going to take a deep breath here, and you can take a deep breath with me if you're having a hard time picking a pile. Alright, so in through the nose and out through the mouth. Alright, so if you haven't picked a pile by now, then I would ask you to pause the video or to rewind and continue taking deep breaths with me if you feel called to do so. I'm going to start with pile number 1 with the tiger's eye, and we will catch up with pile number 2 and pile number 3 later. Alright, pile number 1. Thank you so much for tuning in. You chose the pile with the tiger's eye. I don't know if you can see the stripes here. Very pretty little piece. I'm going to put it with the selenite that I use to cleanse the area, make sure it's all clean and just your energy specifically. So, we've got quite a decent pile here for you. And what I've decided to do is I'm just going to I'm going to end with these cards actually. So I'll put it off to the side here, and then we're going to shuffle these and see what comes out. Alright, so should you reach out to this person? End of an era. Okay. Attachment in the reverse. Okay, so right away I'm seeing that either it feels like things are coming to an end or things have already come to an end. And we are working on releasing attachments here. It can be releasing attachments to this person, or it can be releasing attachments to like old thinking patterns and such. I'm just getting messages here. I'm going to pull out a few more cards here. We have parents, trust and faith, Asia, storm warning, healer of the ages, retirement, heal away addictions, and watch your thoughts. Okay, is that all in frame? Yes, it is. Okay, so just give me a second to pull this all together here. So this person's going through a lot right now. This person that you're wanting to reach out to is going through a lot right now. Or, I mean, you could be mirroring their energy. You could be going through a lot right now. But what I'm picking up is there's a lot to go on with their parents and their past life issues. And these are both past life cards here. And I think this would have to do with their childhood issues and letting go of attachments. And this person's going through a lot of changes and a lot of stuff right now, and I think overall we should probably be focusing on ourselves and not on reaching out to this person, because this person's going through a lot. I think this person is going through something they need to go through right now, and you are going through something you need to go through right now, and maybe you both need to find your own independence, and maybe you can reach out later, but like right now is just, it's not the time. I'm seeing that you could definitely be healing yourself. They could be healing themselves, but I'm feeling like this is more so you here, down here, and this is them. Not absolutely, but like, this is, okay, so what I'm getting is that, there's a lot of working on dependencies here with the Healing Away Addictions cards. It says it's time to let go of behaviors that are blocking you from your heart's desire. Ask Archangel Raphael to help you with this healing. And it doesn't really matter what you believe in. This is talking about being dependent on things. And with this releasing attachments, that's what I get with the attachment card in reverse. We're trying to work on releasing attachments, let go of things that we used to do, old habits, and trust that in the future things will be better. Person A here is, I'm just going to say person A and person B because I don't know who's who in this reading, but person A is really working on letting go of their childhood issues, trusting that things will get better, just like kind of like buckling down and trying to change themselves for the better and come into themselves. And I do not feel like reaching out is necessary at this point, because they're kind of like going through like a stage where they need to learn their independence. And I feel like there's a lot of introspection on both sides here. I feel like person B is most likely to be the person who is watching this video right now, but it's not 100%, like, because this is a general reading, right? Person B is going through more of a finding self, more of a meditation phase, more of a, like, they're definitely manifesting, and I think it's time to let go of their old ways. They already know that, and they can kind of sense that there's a bit of a storm with person A here, and that I do not feel like reaching out is necessarily the best thing at this point, but that maybe it will come around later, and that is totally like, that's up to you. That's dependent on the situation, but like, I do feel like this is something that can come around later. There's just like a lot of things that need to fall into place right now, and you are being, I believe you specifically are being guided to watch your thoughts. Make sure you're speaking to yourself kindly and positively at this point, and make sure that you keep coming back into self, because you have the ability to do great healing work on yourself and on others. Maybe you already are, and you need to allow this era to come to an end right now, just for now. It doesn't need to necessarily be forever. You guys can come back together later in life, or you can come back together in another life. It's dependent on your personal situation, but understand that this storm that they're going through right now is not necessarily of your concern, and what needs to happen is they need to go through this storm in order to learn the lessons that they need to learn in this life. I believe that these are karmic lessons that they're learning right now, and while you may have the urge to reach out to said person, like, you don't need to necessarily cut them off or anything. You can reach out to them if you want to, but I do feel like it will add more of a chaotic energy into your life, and you're already dealing with a lot, and you need to both learn to have independence without each other, and then you guys will both have healthier thought patterns, healthier ideas of how to coincide with each other if you do choose to come back together. Okay, I'm going to look at this. Okay, 20. Unity. So, can we see this here? Great. Unity. This is a beautiful little mandala. So I do see that either you guys were in unity, or that there will be a time when you will come back into unity, and that I do see there is a lot of protection around the situation from angels, spirit guides, deities, anyone you choose to call on it, whatever you believe in. But like, I do feel like there's a lot of presence here. There's a powerful presence here, and there's a lot of powerful lessons being learned right now, and I do think that there is a point where you guys will come back into each other, will come back into unity, and there is a big message here about also coming into unity with self, with your higher self, and coming into unity with your best self. Your higher self is just basically the best version of you that, or like a future version of you that is trying to send you messages, because they understand that this is a hard time, right? And sorry, I'm getting a message here. Yeah. So I'm feeling pain in this situation right now. Yeah. And I'd like to acknowledge that. It's hard to be away from this person. And that's okay. It's okay that it's hard. And I do think that it's really important what's going on right now. It's just really important. Whoever I'm reading for right now, I'm tuning into a frequency of great power. For person B specifically, I know they are going through, I feel like they're very high energy, very high vibration, very in themselves. Like maybe like they're still going through things. There's still like there's a lot of emotions involved with all the water here, but they are also, there's a lot of coming into self. And person A is also, they also have like a lot going on. There's a lot of healing too, but I don't think that they I feel like they may be a little bit more into the intellect part of themselves instead of using their third eye and using their heart space. That's not everyone. This is, again, a general reading, but keep in mind that everything that's happening right now is happening for a reason. You are very guided to follow your intuition right now. Your intuition's on point. Yeah, like there's a lot of, like the purples and the pinks are popping out to me here. The greens for your heart space, the purples are for your third eye chakra, and there's like a lot going on with your emotions being kind of tumultuous, but you need to just kind of like, I see you sitting in the eye of the storm right now and coming into self. I feel like your intuition is accurate right now. You need to trust yourself. You need to ground yourself, come back into self, and allow what happens to happen, because you may not be able to see the full scope of things right now, and that's totally okay. But just trust that you are being guided correctly. Trust self, trust your intuition. Alright, thank you so much for tuning in. This was a general reading, so just take what resonates and leave what doesn't. And if you would like a personal reading, please leave a comment, and I will just get back to you for sure. Yep. Excuse me for stuttering. But yeah, if you liked it, comment if you found this helpful. It really helps out my channel, and please subscribe if you liked it. I will be putting out more pick a cards, and I do put out daily energy readings every day, which is just nice if you are of this energy. I feel like you're definitely tapping into the collective energy as I do, and when you know what's going on with the collective energy, you can know whether or not you want to tap into it or detach from it, come back into self. And sometimes it's really helpful knowing that, because then you can just like navigate your energy and navigate your energetic boundaries a little bit better. So thank you so much for tuning in, and have a wonderful day, night, whatever you're having, and I hope to see you again soon. All right. Group number 2. Group number 2. Alright, so we're just going to put this to the side here, and I'm going to shuffle these and see how they want to come out, and then we'll put out the cards, read the energy, and we'll see what needs to be said. And I'm just going to cleanse this real quick from the last reading. This is a piece of selenite here. You can see it. Sorry, I'm not sure where the view is. So this is a piece of selenite, and it is used to cleanse energy. It is a very high vibrational crystal, and it's one of my favorite little things. And it's in the goddess's lap to keep all the energy safe, and I like to use it between readings as well to just cleanse energy. Okay. Got things popping out already. Should you reach out to this person? So I'm just going to put these cards out, and then I'll let you know what I'm thinking about them. So this is finances in reverse, but I'm just going to put that upright. We've got changing your mind, law of attraction, relationships and activities that you once enjoyed are now changing as you become more sensitive and aware of energies. Food and hunger. We have financial constraints reversed, and we also have explore your options. We have door to personal healing and happiness in reverse. We have indecision upright. We have ships, journey in reverse. We have fairies. You have a strong bond with the fairies, and your life purpose involves helping Mother Nature upright. And we have books. Your life purpose involves writing, reading, editing, or selling spiritually based books. So that doesn't necessarily have to be your life purpose. I'll let you know how that falls into the reading in just a moment here. Okay, so I'm seeing there. Yeah, no. 1 second, just tapping into this energy here. There's a lot of confusion around here. Around this, yeah. This indecision card is popping out to me a lot. Right underneath changing your mind. We have finances in reverse and financial constraint in reverse. So I feel like there's also door to personal healing and happiness in reverse. So I feel like you have definitely been changing your mind as to whether or not you want to kind of connect with this person right now, but I do not feel like they are necessarily sorry, just give me a moment. This is a I feel like you need to give them a minute. You know, you're going through a lot right now, and you're having a lot of indecision. You're changing your mind, they're changing their mind, and you guys are both in a very kind of a point in your lives where things aren't necessarily all put together. I feel like you need to take a chance at looking at other energies to focus on right now. You need to give yourself a minute to play, to do things that bring you happiness, and I feel like there's a lot of chaotic energy here. So what I'm seeing right now is that with the food and hunger card, you're feeling some insecurities in attachments and in life in general as to whether, like with your money, with your food, whether it's going to be on the table, whether you're, like it doesn't necessarily have to be that drastic, but I feel like there's a bit of an up and down with the finances here. There's a bit of a not quite knowing what will happen next, even though you might actually have everything that you need right now. It might be simply because in a past life you didn't have everything you needed, or in your childhood, early childhood, you didn't have everything provided for you that you needed, and now it's coming up. Right now it's coming up through your indecision when you're changing your mind, and there's such a feeling of wishy-washiness. I'm seeing these waves, I'm seeing this boat, and it's not like ships might be something that you're interested in, but it's more the feeling of being on rocky waters, of things not quite going where they need to go, of focusing on the wrong thing, not sure which path to go down. This makes me think of the Chariot, of which path do I go down right now? And we've got the Journey card here, this beautiful card in reverse, because I feel like, and again with the signs of which direction do I go in, I feel like you may not be focusing on the right thing right now. You may be focusing too much on past energy, too much on things that have affected you in the past. You may be falling into some old habits, and that's totally okay. We all go through that, but you are being guided to, right now, explore your options. It's a really good time to look at other possibilities. It's a good time to make change. It is, if something isn't feeling right, that's okay. That's an indicator that it's not right. And not everything needs to go the right way. Sometimes when you're in a ship, the wind changes, and if you don't adjust the sails, you go off course. And I feel like there is a feeling of going off course, of being not sure where you're at right now, and I'm being guided to tell you to just trust your intuition, just trust that little voice that says, well, what would I do if I didn't have to worry about this, that, or the other thing? If you didn't have to worry about food, if you didn't have to worry about your finances, if you didn't have to worry about your love life, if you didn't have to worry about all those things, what would you do? What would make you happy? What would you do throughout the day? What would bring you the most joy? And I want you to focus on that. I feel like there is a lack of playtime, so to say, in your life. There's a lack of feeling joy, giving yourself the moments to feel joy, and there is a sense that you are changing, and you need to take a moment to reevaluate what you like and what you want to do and what you want to attract into your life, because you are currently attracting things into your life, and I like to think of the analogy of what you water grows. If you water weeds, they will grow. If you water grass, it will grow. If you water flowers, they will grow. Water is your energy. What you focus on will grow. So what are you focusing on right now? What has been at the forefront of your mind? It's okay if your thoughts haven't been entirely positive. I don't think most people's thoughts are entirely positive. Forgive yourself, love yourself. Just if you catch yourself in a negative thought cycle or pattern or something like that, just be like, oh, that's happening again, and just kind of try to switch that up and be like, well, no, that's not true, actually. This is how this is. And even if you do feel like maybe that bad thing you were saying to yourself is true, I would like to I am feeling guided to tell you to use bridge statements, which are a thing. It's like, well, say you're having an issue with like writing, you know, you're like, oh, I'm not a good writer, I can't write, I don't want to do that, no one's gonna like my writing, da 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 da, and you're having a hard time being like, no, I'm a great writer, I'm an amazing writer. Like, you can't just switch it like that. Some people have a harder time just switching it like that. If you can, awesome. If not, what I would like to suggest you doing is using bridge statements, which is when you go, maybe there is a world in which I could write well, or maybe if I practice enough, I will be a great writer. Like, try to use maybes, if I do this, da 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 da, but like, try not to put too many like pressures on yourself, you know, like, just be like, there is a world, there is a timeline where I am an amazing writer. There is a possibility that I could be a great writer someday, that I could do this, that I could do that. And yeah, give yourself time to play. Try not to worry so much about your jobs right now. I'm feeling like a lot of insecurity, a lot of chaos around what's going on with your work, what's going on with your jobs right now, and things will fall into place. You're being given this kind of limbo time to explore your options, to like figure out what you truly want, because I feel like there's been a lot of like focusing energy on other people here. I feel like there's not enough time looking in on yourself. What do you truly want for yourself here? We also have the Grandmother Moon card, and sorry, I don't know if I should adjust the light or not. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it. We have the Grandmother Moon card, which is talking about our ancestors in a like down our family line. We have a I'm losing the word right now. I want to say matron. I'm not sure, but there's a very maternal vibe here. There's a divine feminine energy watching over the situation right now, watching over you right now, and they are trying to help you heal through some of these insecure feelings that are coming up. I feel like some of these feelings that are coming up, they're not from you, they're coming through your generational line, through generational trauma, through your family's past. Like maybe I'm feeling like in the Great Depression, maybe there was a lot of food insecurity, a lot of hunger, and maybe that's somehow been passed down to you, you know? Like, it's just, it's crazy the things that can be passed down generational lines and through your ancestors, and you're being watched over right now, and just come back into self. You're being watched over right now. You are being shown ways to get over these things right now, shown ways to come back into yourself. Like these things are coming up right now so that you can take a look at them and really be like, okay, where is this coming from? Can I figure out where this is coming from? Like just meditate on it, think about it. I know it can be kind of hard, but once you think about it and really realize what's going on with it, then you can see it from a different perspective, shift your perspective on it, and then kind of put it away in a better, healthier way, and then you can kind of move on with your life. And that's a very nice thing to do. And so, no, I do not feel like reaching out is the best at this point, because there's a lot of focusing on you that needs to happen. And you are caught up on focusing on others right now, and your journey, your wants, your needs are what's most important right now. The other person that you are wanting to reach out to right now is going through their own stuff as well, and I feel like if this is meant to be, it will come through. You will be shown signs. You can ask for signs to be shown to you if you should reach out to this person, but right now I would guide you to focus on self. I would guide you to think about what works best for you in this situation, what would make you happiest in this situation. You need to focus on letting go of the issues you have with food, attachment, hunger, that may have come up in a past life. And this isn't to be like, you need to do this, you need to do that, but it is something that's coming up, and that might be something that you haven't been considering. And once you kind of work through all these things, and whoever you're thinking about reaching out to works through all their things, if it's meant to be, things will come back together. Things will be good. But I do see that you will be finding, like through this introspection, through this moment of learning whether or not you actually want to do this, whether or not this is actually the path for you, whether or not this is actually the journey for you, you will find so much light, so much happiness. I see like there's a lot of fear-based energy on what's going to happen because everything's so chaotic right now. Everything's so like it seems like it's hard to make a decision because you don't have enough information right now, and I don't even have the information to give you because I feel like it's actually being hidden from you at this point. You're being asked to trust that things will work out and explore what you actually like. And beautiful things are coming your way. I'm seeing you being in such a state of wow, like it actually worked out. Like you would have no idea how it got to that situation, but things are going to be like you're just going to wake up one day and you're going to be like, wow, I would not have been able to have seen that coming. I'm so glad that I just went with the flow and that I worked on myself when I did. And I promise you, if you trust your intuition, if you ask your guides for help right now, that you will be able to get through these things and you will find yourself on the journey that you need to be on right now. And you will find yourself having more fun. And I do feel like there's a little bit of self-teaching here also. I'm feeling like there's like a little bit of like teaching yourself something that you hadn't learned before, that you hadn't like looked into since you were younger, you know, that you hadn't thought about in quite a while, you know. So like just go back into what you used to do when you were a kid, and take things slow and steady and understand that this is a part of the process and this is a part of life, and that things will work out when they work out, and that you need to be as kind to yourself as you possibly can in this time. And I do see that there are many guides surrounding you in the situation, sending you love, and if you look hard enough, the signs will show you the direction that you need to go in. And oftentimes, you need to just come back into self, and things will kind of fall into place. You don't always need to make a decision right now, because I feel like it's hard to make a decision. Sometimes you just need to stop focusing so much on making the decision and focus more on what makes you happy, what truly makes you sing from your soul. Alright, this was a general reading. I hope it helped. Take what resonates, leave what does not. If it does not resonate, that's okay. There are other piles to pick, and there are other videos that I'm putting out. Yeah, thank you so much for tuning in and allowing me to tune into your energy. I would like to ask you to please like if you like the video, and please remember to comment if you liked the video. It really helps out my channel. It really supports me. Please subscribe if you like my stuff, because I put out new videos like this often enough. I haven't figured out an absolute schedule for that, but I do put out daily collective energy videos every day, and that's really helpful to tune into, because I feel like you specifically are having like kind of a hard time figuring out things that are coming up in your past lives, and I feel like the collective energy is very much so affecting everyone right now, having their past life energies come up, their childhood energies come up, like looking at things and like from a new perspective, and like everyone's like, this is a timeless reading, but at the time I'm putting this out, everyone's kind of worried about their jobs and about their home and their security and all that stuff. And if you tap into the collective energy, you can kind of see what's happening in a better way, and then you can like gather yourself from that. So yeah, thank you so much. All the love and light your way, and I will talk to you guys later. Thank you. Alright. Pile number 3. Just gonna cleanse the area and take a little sip of my water. Excuse me. I'm going to close the curtain. sun's shining and it's beautiful. But it's making it a little bit hard to focus on the cards here. Alright. Group number 3. Should you reach out to this person? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the Mandela card over to the side here. I'm going to put this in here with the other stones. And I'm going to shuffle these and see what comes out. Should you reach out to this person? Base chakra. Choose only positive thoughts to describe your home, career, and finances as your words determine your outcome. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a couple out, read the situation, and let you know my thoughts, okay? Goddess of the Moon. The Thinking Man. Galactic. Ooh. Moving. Windfall. Hobbies. We have set your sights higher. In reverse, increase your standards and expect more for yourself. Don't settle. We have dream big. Let go of small thoughts about yourself. See yourself succeeding. Okay. I'm going to move this all over, actually. We have integrity. Atlantis. We've got a lot of past lives here. And communal living. Okay. So I'm going to start with that. We've got a couple more cards here because you've got a large reading ahead of you, apparently. Got a lot to say, but, yeah. Okay, 1 second, let me figure this out. So what I'm already seeing is, a divine coupling here. A man very in his head, but also, like he's very intellectual, a very intellectual man, the thinking man, but this man isn't 100% just in his head. He has a ability to feel emotions on a different level, and we also have Goddess of the Moon, which is, I'm feeling like the divine feminine right next to each other. So the divine feminine and the divine masculine, and I feel like this is quite a emotional person versus a quite intelligent person, and I do feel like they made quite a couple, but maybe it was a little bit, it could either be very turbulent and very good, and I feel like it could be both. It could be very like a balancing act, but also like coming together and making beautiful things. I feel like whoever you're thinking about reaching out to right now, you have had past lives with, past karmic relationships with, and I do feel like there is like a sense that in the past you have like there's the Galactic Origins card, there's the Atlantis Origins card, and the Communal Living card. So I feel like in a past life you guys lived in a tribe together. In a past life you guys have been together, possibly in Atlantis, if that's something you believe in or not, or if not, it's indicating that you've had very intense past relationships with this person. Like you've had very, like the water is all indicating emotionality here, and I do feel like you maybe should be moving on at this point, or maybe you were moving with this person into something, but like you're moving into something beautiful, into something amazing, and maybe it's a little bit hard, but there's a bit of a ask to focus on yourself, focus on just making sure that you describe yourself and your situation in a really positive life. Just focus on what you truly want, because I feel like there's a sense of like moving on from something that was kind of holding you back, like a past karmic relationship, and coming into something beautiful. The Windfall card here is a card of great abundance, of beautiful things coming your way, of just things falling right into place, like just like you're sitting there and you're just thinking, oh, I really wish I had this leaf for some reason, and the wind blows and the leaf falls into your lap. That's what windfall is. That's what I think of. Moving into an energy of like you aren't even able to necessarily see how beautiful the energy will be that you are moving into, because you are kind of still focused on other things at the moment, and it's hard to see things from your perspective, but you need to imagine yourself as your best self and doing exactly what it is that you would want to do. If money was no object, if your love life would just be okay and sorted out, if your working life, if everything was just okay and then you didn't have any responsibilities, what would you do deep within yourself? I feel like you need to focus on that. You need to also focus on grounding, because there's a lot of things coming up from your past lives here, from this relationship. There's a sense of like not necessarily knowing how to follow your heart's intent, or not knowing how to feel into your heart, or like there's like a definite intent to be following your heart here, but your heart is kind of clashing with your head. So this could either be a divine couple, or this could be the heart and the head kind of clashing and just like having a hard time sorting all that out. And that's why the base chakra is here. The base chakra is the root chakra, which is your lowest chakra, which is indicating that you need to make sure that you're grounding, or maybe you already are grounding and it's really good for you. And as you move out of the energy, away from the energy of focusing so much on reaching out, not necessarily on reaching out, I apologize, I just mean like reaching out is definitely something that like you're feeling, like I feel like there's a connection here, like there's definitely like looking up and feeling like there's still a connection to this person here that you want to reach out to, and there's all these past life karmic relationships and connections, and you wanting to reach out is totally understandable and totally valid and such, but I feel like by focusing on yourself, by moving into the space that you need to move into, things are just going to work out in such a beautiful way for you. And let me see, we also have solar plexus chakra, we have patience, I'm just gonna, and we have the angel of strength, and we have solar plexus chakra. Okay, damn, 2 solar plexus chakras. That's very important, actually. That means that you are, like, when there's 2 cards saying the same thing, that means like Spirit's really hammering this in. You need to pay attention to this. So solar plexus chakra, that is the chakra right in around your navel, in your solar plexus, and it's all about motivation and strength, and it's about being powerful, knowing your own strength, knowing your own motivations are pure, your integrity is pure, moving into a good direction, trusting your gut, trusting your instinct, such and such. It says, it is safe for you to be powerful and to take charge of your life in positive ways. So if you're being guided right now to do something, do it. Trust yourself, because you are already moving in the right direction. You're moving in a direction of great things right now, and while you may be feeling like this kind of push and pull from the past energy and from things that maybe didn't always go your way back in past lives, things did end very tragically in a lot of galactic past lives, and in the Atlantic past lives, they didn't end so well, and maybe in past relationships, in childhood relationships, things didn't always go so well, but I feel like there's just like this sense of trusting yourself, trusting your gut, trusting your strength, trusting your instinct, and then you will just fall right into what you need to be doing. You will be like, oof. sorry, I'm getting so much right now. There's a possibility that someone could be a Leo, but I don't think that's very necessary to the reading, so just disregard that if that doesn't apply to you. There's a sense that you need to be patient right now because things are being worked on from behind the scenes. You are being guided, and you are you're finding that balance. You are getting what you need to be getting, and reaching out is not something I can direct you to do, whether to do it or to not do it, because you actually already know the answer. You just need to come into yourself and would does this person make you feel good? Would they make you feel good? Would they throw you off your path right now? Maybe your path needs to be taken a little bit longer, a little bit further before things come back into place with this person. I do feel a need to be patient. I cannot tell you to not follow your gut. If you truly feel like you should reach out to this person, you should reach out to this person because you know best in this situation. You are being divinely guided, and your gut and your crown right now are making a connection. But I do feel like there might be a little bit of an issue in the heart space, actually. Not totally knowing what's going on with your heart. Maybe you're feeling a little bit heartbroken over things that have happened in the past. But see, this clock is on the solar plexus. There's all this yellow energy coming out. There's this yellow energy swirling here, this yellow solar plexus, this yellow kind of crown around, and this yellowy orange energy. And you will, yeah, I'm getting this feeling in my stomach right now, feeling almost sick. You will feel sick when things are not going quite right, and there's a feeling of almost like a stomach upset, not you don't need to be throwing up over it, but it's just this a feeling of a clog in your throat, a feeling of contraction when things aren't going in the right direction. And you need to just trust that when you feel open, when your body feels right, when you feel okay, in your actual physical body, things are probably going in the right direction. And there's always going to be a little bit of stress on the body when things are feeling chaotic, when things are new. But in this instance, you are being asked to come back into self, be patient, and trust in your own strength, trust in your own intuition, trust your own gut feelings on this situation and in the situations in the future, because I see a lot of beautiful big things coming your way. I feel there may have been some lessons taught to you so that you would be prepared at this point. And I do feel I don't know if I mentioned this, but your hobbies are probably you're going to be discovering a hobby that you didn't necessarily know you liked so much, or you might be coming back into a hobby. Maybe you already knew about it, but some of us are going to be coming back into a hobby or discovering a new hobby, and that hobby is actually going to lead us to something that we're very divinely guided to right now. And I just get such a strong, confident energy coming from you guys, and maybe you guys don't feel that tuning into this, but I don't think you guys realize how strong you actually are, how amazing you actually are. You need to allow yourself to see yourself succeeding, let go of small thoughts about yourself, because you are amazing. You are able to do this. You got this. You're coming into this beautiful energy, just the windfall, and you've got so many angels and so much guidance around you, and so much. I see this beautiful white light, this beautiful golden light is surrounding your situation. There is a sense of following your intuition with the purple here, the purple on the forehead of the lion here, the purple on the flowers here, a sense of following your intuition, but also mostly following your gut, trusting your gut instinct. Now I'm really just repeating myself here because that message is so strong, but be patient with the situation and be patient with yourself. Understand that it is okay that you are not feeling patient right now, if you are not feeling patient right now, because this is something that this is a cycle that's been going on for quite a while, you've been dealing with these past life issues for quite a while, through many lifetimes, through your dreams, through your subconscious mind. It's in a lot of you, but you need to allow yourself to detach and just follow your gut and do what you need to do right now. And what happens is that you will fall right into place. And if this connection, if this person that you want to reach out to is truly meant to be in your life, they will kind of come back into your life in a beautiful way as well. I am thinking that you should ask for signs in your personal life as to whether or not you should reach out to this person. Well, not like whether or not to do that, because I feel like right now waiting is the best idea, but like as to when you should reach out to this person, and you will know in your gut when the time is right. I am getting so many strong gut feelings from this. I actually need to go sit on my stomach after this, because your solar plexus is just, either there's a bit of a blockage in it, and once you clear that, it's just going to burst, or it's already bursting, and you've already got so much beautiful energy. Right when I looked at the camera, I saw 555, so I feel like there's a lot of changing coming into, it was 5055, but 555, you know? I feel like there's a lot of coming into, like, your true self, your true, like, you're coming into alignment. You are getting all your chakras unblocked, starting with the solar plexus chakra. It's going to give you this giant boost of motivation, boost into where you need to be, and boost into what you need to do. And then you won't even need to worry so much about whether or not to reach out to this person, because things will just feel so in place and so okay. And you will be able to see things from a much different perspective, and you will understand what you need to do truly within yourself. Right, I thank you so much for tuning in and allowing me to tune into your energy, and for allowing me to tap into that chakra system of yours. You're so motivated. It's so nice. And if you're not feeling motivated right now, you will soon enough. I see you getting through this little chakra blockage, if you have any, and it's just gonna like kind of burst through, like almost like a kundalini awakening, even for some of you, a spiritual awakening for some of you, and just everything is going to fall right into place. You don't even see how beautiful things are going to be for you. It's hard to describe. I can't see it from my perspective, and you can't see it from yours. It's like, I can't tell you what you'll be doing, because I feel like it's almost a niche, you know, and this is also a general reading. I can't speak for every specific person watching this. I wish I could. Yeah, shoot me a comment if you want a private reading, or personal reading actually, and I will get back to you on that. I don't have anything really set up for that, but if you want one, please let me know. Please leave a like and a comment if you liked it, or if it resonated. It really helps out my channel. It really helps me get these videos to other people who are needing to see these, who are also needing these messages right now, right? And please subscribe if you like my content. I will be putting out more videos like this pretty soon, and I do put out daily cards, excuse me. I do put out daily oracle and tarot readings for the collective energy, which is just, it's very helpful to know what's going on with the collective energy, especially when you're an empathic person who's sensitive, as I believe you are, or you will be. Maybe you're a bit more in your mind and a bit more in your gut, but these things do still affect you, especially when you're going through spiritual awakenings and such. So just knowing what's going on with the collective allows you to know whether or not you should be tapping into the collective energy, where you should be putting your energy, your focus, and your strength, because you are a very strong individual. You're a very motivated individual, and you've got this, and you need to just trust, right? But thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to stop reading, even though I keep reading into the situation. Yeah, sending so much love and light your way. Thank you. Have a beautiful day, night, whatever, you know. Bye!